Welcome to Shifting Grades. We are still revising the Mbitini contest mathematics papers, and for paper section 1, 50 marks. Number 1, simplify. Then you're given the square root of 2x times 5 2x divided by 2 power negative x. Simplify, then you're given that. Among the laws of indices, we all know that when we have a common base a, power m, divided by another common base raised to a different power, we just take the base and we subtract the powers. Therefore, in this case, we have base 2 and base 2, meaning that we can group them together and have 2 power. This one is x minus x. So x minus x becomes plus x times 5 power 2x. So the square root of 2 power 2x times 5 power 2x. Whenever we are taking the square root, we just have the powers. Therefore, this simplifies to 2 power x and 5 power x. So that is the simplest form of multiplication sign here. So that is the simplest form of the expression above. The other question, number 2, is a question on statistics 2. The table below shows the distribution of marks scored by 50 students. Distribution of marks by 50 students. So we got the mark here. Then on the other side, the number of students. Let me just call it frequency. The number of students. Then we have 8 to 10, 11 to 13, 14 to 16, 17 to 19, 20 to 22, 23 to 25. So we got 4, 7, 11, 15, 8 and 5 students. So that's the data. Then we are told, using an assumed mean of 17, determine the mean mark. Determine the mean. Determine the mean mark. Therefore, for us to get the mean mark, the mean, when we are used to assumed mean, is assumed mean plus the mean of FD. The mean of FD, whereby D is the midpoint of the classes, because this is grouped data, the way it has deviated from assumed mean. So the deviation between the midpoints and the assumed mean will give us D. Then we multiply D by frequency, we get, therefore we can start by the midpoints D, the midpoints X, the midpoints X. Then after that we'll be getting D, which is now the midpoint minus the assumed mean. Then we will get our FD here, like that. Therefore, the midpoint here is 9, and the deviation 9 minus 17 get negative 8 Negative 8 by 9 is negative 72. Yeah. Negative 72. Then the other 7. Okay, the mean. Sorry. FD. It is the deviation by F. So negative 32. Then the midpoint is 12. And we write it as 12. Then the deviation 12 minus 17 would be negative 5 by this negative 35. Midpoint here is 15. 15 minus 17, negative 2. Negative 2 by 11, it becomes negative 22. The midpoint here is 18. 18 minus 17, 1 by 15, 1. Then the midpoint here is 21. 21 minus 17, we get 4. 4 by 8, we get 32. Then here we have 24 as the midpoint. 24 minus 17, we get 7. 7 by 5, we get 35. Therefore, when we add the sum of FD, we will get negative 7. Negative 7. Therefore, now our mean score will be assumed mean of 17 plus negative 7 divided by, we are told this is the mean score of 50 students. So when you add, you will get 50. Over 50. Therefore, here we will be getting score of 16.86. So the max mean score was 16.86. The figure below shows the angles of a polygon ABCDE. The angles of a polygon ABCDE. So the polygon has 5 vertices. It's like this. It's not regular. Some of the lengths are longer than others, indicating that also the angles will have bigger than others. This is 3x. This is 2x. This is 2x. This angle is 120. This one is 83 degrees. Obtain the size of each of the following. Okay, this is A, B, C, D, E. Obtain the size of angle BAE, then angle CDE. Angle CDE. The first thing, we should know what type of a figure it is, and this is a pentagon. So we should know that what is the sum of the interior angles in a pentagon, a 5-sided figure. Sum of angles is given by 180 into n minus 2. Therefore, this will be 180 into 5 minus 2, 540. Therefore, all the angles should give us 540. Therefore, 120 plus 83 plus 2x plus 3x plus 2x, they should give us 540 total. 540, they should give us 540. Therefore, solving this, you get x is 51 degrees. So if x is 51, then we can get angle BAE, and angle BAE will be 3 into 51. 3 multiplied by 51 becomes 153 degrees. Secondly, angle CDE CDE will be CDE 2 into 51, and this is 102 degrees. 102 degrees. Number 4 is a log question. It's a logarithm question. It's a logarithm question. Find the value of x. Find the value of question in the equation. The logarithm of x to base 3 minus 4. The logarithm of x 3 to base x is equal to negative 3. Is equal to negative 3. Solution. When you try to observe, this is base 3. This is base x. This is the log of x, this is the log of x. Therefore, there is a relationship. And there is the law which governs such comparisons, whereby we say the logarithm of a to base b is the same as the reciprocal of the log when they interchange now of b base a. Applying this in this one, we'll have the log of x to base 3 minus 4, then multiplied by the reciprocal of now. This becomes log of x to base 3 is equal to negative 3. So this one now changes like that. So the log of x to base 3 minus 4 all over the log of x to base 3 is equal to negative 3. With this now we can let the log of x to base 3 to be something like t. Any unknown like t. Therefore this will be t minus 4 all over t is equal to negative 3. Multiplying through by t, this implies that we will have t squared minus 4 is equal to negative 3t. So t squared is equal to, positive 3t minus 4 is equal to 0. Therefore it has become a quadratic equation. We can solve it by the factorization method. A product of negative 4 and a sum of positive 3. These two factors are negative, or 4 and negative 1. 4 and negative 1. 4 and negative 1. So when you solve, you find that t will be equal to either negative 4 or positive 1 when you factorize and solve. So with the values of t, and we know that now the log of x to base 3 is equal to t. So it can either be negative 4 or the log of x to base 3 can be positive 1. Therefore now we apply the index notation form. These are terms in logarithm form. So we say 3 power negative 4 is equal to x when expressed to index notation, meaning that 3 or 1 all over 3 raised to power 4 is x. So x is 1 all over 81. Or we can say again 3 raised to 1 is x, which means that x is 1. So x can take either 1 over 81 or 1. Those two values belong to x. Simplify. 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 X plus 2y squared minus x minus 2y also squared. Simplify. So you can open independently this one and this one, then you subtract and group like terms together. This is x squared plus 4xy plus 4y squared, x squared minus 4xy plus 4y squared plus 4y squared. So squared plus 4xy plus 4y squared minus x squared plus 4xy minus 4y squared. So grouping like terms together, 4y squared and negative 4y squared, they can cancel out. X squared and x squared, they cancel out. Then 4xy plus 4xy becomes 8xy. So this is the simplest form of the expression. Solve the equation. Solve the equation. The next one. Solve the equation. It's a trigonometric equation which says that 6 cosine squared of x plus 7 sine this is sine x minus 8 is equal to 0. Then you are solving for x between 0 and 90. Between 0 and 90. Let me use my calculator. Solution. Among the trigonometric identities, we know that the cosine squared of x or theta, can use theta, plus the sine squared of theta gives us 1. So, instead of cosine of theta squared, we can have 1 less the sine squared of theta. Meaning here, you can have 6, then 1 minus sine squared of x plus 7 sine of x minus 8 is equal to 0. So this is 6 minus 6 sine squared of x plus 7 sine of x minus 8 is equal to 0. So we can rearrange this and begin with 6 sine squared of x minus 7 sine x, then 8 minus 6 becomes 2 is equal to 0. Is equal to 0. We are bringing them to one side. Becomes a positive, it becomes a minus, it becomes a positive, then minus 6. So 2. So we can now let sine squared of x to be something like t. So this is sine of x to be t. If sine of x is let to be t, then this is 6t squared minus 7t plus 2 equal to 0. Therefore, solving this one quadratically, we will have a product of 12 and a sum of negative 7. This is 3 negative and also 4 negative. So, t is going to be having two values, either 3 over 6 or 4 over 6 or 4 over 6. So this is half or 2/3. Half or 2/3. Now, if we got the two values of t, then we can say sine of x is either 0.5 or sine of x is 2 over 3. Now, we can get now x will either be the sine inverse of 0.5 or x is the sine inverse of 2 over 3. So x will either be the sine inverse shift sine of half 30 degrees, or x is equals to shift sine of 2 over 3, and this is 41.81 degrees. So these are the values of x between 0 and 90. Otherwise, the other angle which could be having the same trigonometric ratios could be in the second quadrant, and that will be an angle greater than 90. Therefore, for the limit given, these are the only angles which can satisfy the equation above. The equation above. Number 7. We are told the position vectors for P and Q are, for P and Q are, for P is 4i plus 3j plus 2k, and for Q they are 3i minus 6j plus 6k. Express vector PQ in form of unit vectors I, j, and k. Hence find the length. Hence find the length PQ, leaving the answer in third form. So with vector P and Q, to find PQ, we take Q minus P. That is what happens. Therefore, this will be 3, negative 6, then 6. Okay, we can have the units vector. The unit vector will be there. Minus 4i, 3j, 2k, like that. This should be negative I minus 9j, then this is 4k. So that is the position or the vector PQ. Then now it's a magnitude or size or length expressed this way will be given by, when we take now negative 1 squared plus negative 9 squared plus 4 squared, the square roots. So this will be 1 plus 81, 82, 82 plus 16, 97, 98, 82 plus 16, 98. The square root of 98. We are told to leave the answer in third form. So in third form, we should leave it to the simplest third. So this is 49 by 2. The square root of 9 is known, 7, but root 2 is unknown. So it's 7 root 2. 7 root 2 is the answer. We told in the next question, T is a transformation represented by the matrix. T is a transformation represented by the matrix 5x 2 negative 3x. Then we are told under T, a square of area 10 square centimeters is mapped onto a square of area 110 square centimeters. So under this matrix of transformation, a square whose area is 10 is mapped to another square whose area is 110 square centimeters. Then we're told to find the value of x. 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 Solution: to find the value of x in this one, we should know that whenever transformation maps area, then the matrix of transformation, which is making a figure to become a different one, is having a determinant which is equal to the area factor, the area scale factor, when you compare the image and the object. Therefore, we see that the determinant of the transforming matrix is always equal to the area scale factor when the objects are compared. Therefore, the area scale factor in this case will be 110/10, which is 11. Therefore, now if the area scale factor is 11, then it means the determinant for this matrix is 11. And we will say 11 is equals to, the determinant is gotten by when we have the elements in the leading diagonal multiplied, so 5x squared minus the elements in the other diagonal being multiplied. So -3 by 2, -6. Therefore, 5x squared plus 6 is equal to 11. 5x squared is equal to 5. X is equal to square root of 1 is -1. Therefore, x can take either of those values, plus or -1. Now, again, a question on logarithms. A question on logarithms, which says, without using mathematical tables or calculators, simplify. Simplify this one. 6, the log of 2 base 2, third root of 64, plus 10, the log of 2 base 3, fifth root of, this is fifth root of 243. Yes, like that. So we know the laws of logarithms. We can first of all get one is the third root of 64, and the third root of 64 is 4. The third root. So this is 6. The logarithm of base 2, 4, plus 10, the logarithm to base 3 of the fifth root of 343 is it 9? We can check the fifth root of 243. It is 3, or rather 3 power 5. 3 power 5 is equal to 243, meaning the fifth root of 243 is 3. Therefore, now with that, we can, this one can be simplified to base 2, meaning that 6 log 2 squared plus the log 10 log of 3 to base 3. There is a law which says that when we have the log of a raised to n, it's simplified to n log of a. So instead of 2 power 2, we can bring the 2 here, and we'll have it as 12 log of 2 to base 2 plus 10 log of 3 to base 3. There is again another law which says that the logarithm of a number to the same base is equal, meaning that log of 2 to base 2 is 1 and log of 3 to base 3 is 1. Therefore, this simplifies to 12, and this simplifies to 10. The answer will be 22. The answer will be 22. So that's how the question would have been done on logarithms. Given that, the question on third, given that 1 divided by 1 plus the root of 2, then minus 3 all over 1 minus the root of 2 is equal to p plus q root r. Finds p, q, and r. Q and r. Or else we solve this one in that form and then we express now the values of q and r. This is our third, and I say that you handle it like any other fraction. So 1 plus the root of 2 and 1 minus the root of 2. They are the LCM. So LCM divided by this one, we will get the one with a minus, minus LCM divided by this one, we'll get 3 into the one with a plus now. One with a plus the one which remains. Therefore, this is 1 minus a half, then minus 3 root 2, or divide by 1 minus 2. 1 minus 2, which is negative 1. When you solve this one, because this is 1, this is root 2 minus root 2 plus root 2. It will be root 2. So 2, yeah. The negative 1. You can multiply with the long method. It's okay. So this is 1, this is negative 3. So it becomes negative 2. Minus 2, minus root 2, minus 3 root 2 becomes minus 4 root 2 divided by negative 1. This will simplify to 2 plus 4 root 2, meaning that the p is 2, q is 4, and r is 2. And r is 2. So they can be simply expressed as that. Use logarithms to evaluate. Use logs to evaluate. Use logarithms to evaluate. Use logarithms to evaluate. 7.08 divided by 76.8 times 7.034 raised to power 2 over 3. So we organize this one into number and logarithm. Number and logarithm. Me use a better marker pen. So with that now, the first number is 7.08. 0 points. So the logarithm of 7.08 is 8500. 8500. Then the other number is 76.8. Therefore, the log of this one will be 1 point. The log of 7.68 is 8854. 8854. Then the log of 7.034 is 0 points. The log of 7.034 is 8472. 8472. Therefore, with those logarithms, you first get the first mark by reading the logs correctly. Now, because these ones have been multiplied, we add the logarithms like that. We add this 6, 2, carry 1, 3, carry 1, 7, carry 1, 2. So now, because again, this one and both these are being subdivided we subtract the logs. So 10 minus 6 is 4, 9 minus 2, 7, then 4 minus 3, 1, 8 minus 7, 1, then minus 0 minus 2 by 2, like that. Therefore now, we multiply this one now by 2 and we divide by 3, because this means the third root raised to power 4, raised to power 2, that is. Therefore we multiply with the index. We multiply with the index. Now multiplying this one with the index, you realize that 2 won't be divided by 3 directly, and so we can have it as bar 3, whereby bar 3 divided by 3 will be bar 1 times 2 bar 2 dots. Now on the other side we had borrowed 1, so we add it there. So it will be 1.1174 times 2 all over 3. 7449. 7449. Therefore, the number here, or by taking the antilog of this, we will get the number. We get the number which is the answer now. And the result will be times 10 to the power of negative 2. The antilog, shift log of, so 5.55. So the answer will be, you can leave it in standard form, it's not a mistake, and you can also express it as 0.0558. So that is it. The next question, we are finished. We're winding up. Number 13 is a question on binomials. Binomial expansions. Expand. Of course, binomially, the binomial 2 less a quarter x to power 5. Then use the first 4 terms to solve the first, to solve 1.75 power 5. 1.75 power 5, like that. So to expand, we can first list the coefficients, the binomial coefficients of power 5. The coefficients of power 5. Wait a minute. The coefficients of power 5, and because I'm not seeing them at the moment, we can shift to the other question, which is saying a girl wanted to make a regular octagon of side 14. She made it from a square piece of card of size y by cutting off 4 isosceles triangles whose equal sides were x each. Therefore, we have a square card where 4 isosceles triangles were cut, and they are equal. So they are equal, and they are equal to x. They are equal centimeters, x centimeters like that. So this is the octagon which was to be cut. Then we are told it is 14 centimeters. And the cardboard is y centimeters. Then we are told write down an expression for the area of the octagon. Area of this octagon will be the area of the square, so y squared, minus the area of the four triangles. So it is half times x, so x squared, times the year 4. So this is y squared minus 2x squared. That will be an expression for the area. Then again, we are finding the value of x. Find the value of x. To find x, because this is 14 and the octagon is uniform, it means this is also 14. Therefore, we can have this triangle with 14 and x, meaning that we can take x squared plus x squared to be equal to 14 squared. So this is 2x squared equal to 196. X squared will be dividing by 2, we will get is it 148? 148, no, 98, again 98. So the square root of x will be square root of 98 square root of 98 is 9.8985. Then we are taught to one significant figure, 10, to one significant figure, to just be 10. Then find the area of the octagon. Find the area of the octagon. So to find the area of the octagon, we will take the area of the square, and the area of the square will be given by y, whereby y is 14 plus 10 and plus 10 again, because y will be this 14 and x is 10 and another x 10 squared. Then we subtract half, or we subtract 2x squared, so 2 10 squared. So this, when simplified, this is that 4 squared, we get 1156 minus 100 by 2, 200 minus 200, we get 956 square centimeters. So that is that's it. The other question, number 15, is on a circle, chords and tangents. Circle, chords and tangents. Circle, chords and tangents. We have a circle here, and we are told that B is a tangent. Then this is center O. This is D. This is C. Then we have this connecting here, and this connecting there. Then we are told that DOC is 36. DOC 36 degrees. Find angle CTB. Find angle CTB. This angle. Find angle CTB. CTB. So we are given this one as 36, and it is the angle which has been suspended by chord CD to the center, meaning that the same CD circumference is subtending an angle which is half and 18. So this angle is 18 degrees. This one to be 18 degrees. Then again, we should know that because this line and this one are parallel, line OD and TC are parallel, this one should appear to be a transversal. The CD should be a transversal, meaning that the angle here is also 36. 36 like that. It is 36. Now that this is 36 and OT together with OC are radians, it means they are equal, meaning that this angle here is 36. The whole of this is that. So this is also an 18. So if that is 36, and we know that this radius and the tangent should make 90 degrees, then angle CTB will be 90 minus 36 to give us 54 degrees. Therefore, it's good to be knowing the principles or the properties of angles, the lengths in circles. Make C the subject of the formula. Make C the subject of the formula. Make C the subject of the formula. A is equal to B squared plus BC. This divided by 4B. Make C the subject of this formula. It's number 16. We're finishing part A. To make C the subject of the formula, we can first multiply this one to this side. So we'll have A multiplied by E minus 4B is equal to D squared plus BC, like that. To remain with the part with C, we subtract this on this side. Therefore, we shall have A E minus 4B minus D squared. Then to remain with C here, we shall have A into E minus 4B minus D squared, all divided by B. So by such doing, we'll have remained with the C on one side, hence making it the subject of the formula. In the next class, I'll be discussing the section 2 of the same paper. Thank you for following us. I can wish you a good day. Thank you.